being held in indefinite detention. For a year now, Love Makes a Way has preached what it is to turn the other cheek. I'm a pastor, and as I describe what we're about to do, I want you to understand biblically for us what it's about. So, those with their Bibles with them, we're in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 5, verse 38. You've heard it said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, but I tell you, do not violently resist those doing evil. And our commitment to non-violence has been exceptional this year. Jesus goes on to say, if someone strikes you on one cheek, turn the other also. And we have done that without exception in this movement. But verse 40 says, if someone wants to sue you and take your outer garment, give them your undergarment as well. Then goes on to say, if someone asks you to go 1 mile, go with them too. Then Jesus goes on to talk about, you've heard it said, love your neighbour and hate your enemy, but I tell you, love your enemies. Bless those that curse you. Do good to those who hate you. So the strip search may have been an attempt to actually deter us. The strip searches may have been an attempt to say, you need to stop. And if that's so, we want to send a clear message that we will continue to be obedient to Jesus until these refugees are recognised as people and their rights observed. So while we've turned the other cheek, we will now give our outer garments as well. Those who thought that strip searches would be enough to stop us, well, we serve a Jesus who was strip searched before he went to the cross. At the centre of the Christian faith is a symbol of fear and intimidation that we believe God has transformed into a symbol of love and freedom. So in our undergarments, we are heading back to Julie Bishop's office because it was our intention to have a meeting to talk about the lives of 135 children that are being held indefinitely on Nauru, to talk about the humanity that is not being recognised of the 1,930 people who are being held indefinitely, in detention. See, if it was simply about us, we would stop, but it's not about us. It is about justice for these people, that refugees are people as well, and they deserve the kind of dignity that we all deserve as children of God. I'm going to need my shoes because it's about an hour's walk to Julie Bishop's office. But if you can commit to the kind of non-violence that seeks to win over both the public and police, where the focus is not ourselves, but is actually those in detention. If you can commit to actually marching with us silently, prayerfully. So the clear message is, refugee are people. You're welcome to join us. We're going to walk in single file, those with signs. Those without, we ask that you follow in twos. And it's our intention to simply ask, when we might have a meeting, to discuss an end to these policies that do not recognise the dignity of the humanity of those in detention. I'm going to ask that we just pause for a minute in silent prayer for those in detention before we walk.